And here we are as a Camptosaurus, the smallest of all the dinosaurs. We are a little one to boot, juvenile here. I don't think we can change skin. I think there's a, like, default young for everybody. Sort of gives you extra hiding. Now, you will notice that being so small, like the Camptosaurus, we're real low to the ground, so we don't have a lot of line of sight sometimes. Now, we do get attacked here. All exciting. I won't tell you when. Well, I probably will. You'll notice, I think. Now, interestingly, the main food source for most herbivores are berry bushes, and the Camptosaurus doesn't eat berry bush. But we do have pine cones, lychees, button mushrooms. No, is it button mushrooms? No, not button mushrooms. Flowers, yarrow flowers. Probably the red ginger then too. One of the pluses about the Camptosaurus is it has a long stamina and a fast recovery. Now we've been given another quest. The quests help you grow. You do want to get to adulthood. It is a bit of a grind at times. So I have to collect button mushrooms, which I didn't read because you'll notice how I rush up to them thinking, oh, I wonder if this is a food. Not. Because if it was, I'd be able to eat. Mornings. Hateful things, aren't they? Plus, with the Camptosaurus, you can do a lot of hiding in bushes. Now these are I'm supposed to collect, which of course I hadn't read the little side quest there. So I could have collected all of them before I started collecting the flowers, which I did manage to collect. Because they're just swamped with mushrooms here. Inedible to the poor Camptosaurus. Now, there's been a change in sort of diets and feeding recently. Specifically with the carnivores, with the addition of the sort of live prey, all of which are too fast for me to catch, or beyond my hunting skill. But there are the occasional corpse. And these aren't other players that have been killed that have just sort of left their bodies behind. These are placed corpses. Now here we've got the yarrow, which interestingly, as you can see, I can eat. So the Camptosaurus, another plus, is it's got a fairly varied diet. Now, I haven't managed to add abilities and grow in some of my other herbivores, and their diets could expand. I don't know. It'll be a learning process. Not really, you know, I find the carnivores interesting, but I just find them much harder to play because you have to catch your meals, and I'm not very good at that. And it's surprisingly difficult. I mean, the herbivores are kind of matched in a number of ways in protecting themselves. I mean, ooh. Now there's that Megalania, which I loathe. They have a poisonous bite, which you can see is the little green thingy, which I'm slowly working out. And the red eye is an actual sort of bleeding injury. And you'll see the sort of edge of the screen is green, and there'll be red as long as I've got a blood injury. And as I improve there, they'll disappear. The red line in the middle is my health line. As you can see, it's not that great. So sitting down helps. You can see I'm not peeing. That's actually the poison. See how fast the white line goes? That's the recovery for running and stamina. Now I'm basically just going to sit here for a while to try and get a bit better. And hopefully not be lunch for someone, or at this time of day, breakfast. The Camptosaurus aren't that fast, but they do have good stamina. I think that's one of their ways of getting away. They just basically outrun everybody. Or stayed ahead. They can't outrun a number of them. The what do they call it? Megalania are fast, and they're low to the ground because they're like the Komodo. They're a lizard, a proper lizard. So we've gotten rid of the poison, and we're on the blood mend. Now with the quest, the other thing that you get are points, which you can use to upgrade your dinosaur's abilities, or buy skin upgrades. That camouflaging is a bit like Dazzle, isn't it? Oh, and here we go. Yeah, every once in a while I lose directional ability with the mouse, and I find escape, resume returns it. Obviously determining where I am, what I have to do, and where I need to go. That was close. If I had fallen, it would have been reboot time. Well, basically, we're just on a run to the next location for our next growth spurt. go up about 30% in this. In this episode. The yellow line is the growth line. Yeah, waterways, and these are little funnels. They can be really dangerous because it means all dinosaurs have to go up and down, and there are 100 players on and 100 quests going on with you know, dinosaurs moving from back and forth across the map. It is odd that you don't run into more, although when you do, you often run into groups, particularly groups of carnivores. You sort of might hold your own against one, but I tell you, if there's more than one, might as well just give up. Great graphics, eh? It is good that on the map it gives you the direction you're going or you're facing. Ooh, I think I'm looking for something to eat here. I do like having more than one source of food because it's berry bushes. As I said, you can just be a carnivore and hang out by the berry bush. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, during that attack, I don't know if you've noticed, but we were very close to one of those placed corpses for carnivores who, like me when I'm a carnivore, are pretty useless at hunting. I'm impressed at how the little ones do take the hills quite well. The bigger ones can slow down going up. To be honest, I don't know how people remember this map without a map reference. I mean, it's all the same. It's trees, rocks, earth, hills, water, and teeth wanting to eat me. Yes, there was one of the little group of bugs. These occur, you know, come out of the blue, because most people don't know most people, particularly if they're randomly doing. But if you get an invite from a carnivore and you're an herbivore, they won't let you group.